Alright everybody, I'm on my way to work. So many things I want to talk about. We only got a few minutes here to talk about things. Edward Gorey's 100th anniversary of his birth is going on, and I was just listening to a very interesting, I guess you'd say podcast, although it's a video for me. New York Times book review doing a talk about him. Interesting. God, something stinks. What is dog shit in the road? Jesus. Think, man, think. I had some stuff to talk about. Oh, I know it. The primary one was this. I don't know if I should ever really talk about this or not, because recently was looking for, there's a video by The Residents, who I'm not a big fan of. I'm pretty sure it was on the DVD compilation Icky Flicks. And there was one of the videos, I can't find it, I don't know what the name of the song is, but it had, as I remember, it had these two people in like bear costumes, I think. Like cartoon bear costumes. One was pink or magenta, and the other was blue. I can't remember. But they were dancing in this black space. And the way it was lit reminded me of the way a lot of television shows looked when I was a kid. This sort of videotape look. There's an unreality about it. It was very creepy video. But it made me think about The Residents, and I was looking them up, and I rediscovered the theory of obscurity, which is that an artist does his best work in obscurity and should try to keep himself low profile, which in a way ties in with the quote by Erica Jong about, if you do your work for the love of doing it, then it will totally flummox those whose values are all centered around the dollar. Anyway, I bring this up because I got a comment on one of my videos. Somebody was basically saying that he really liked the drawing that accompanied one of my recent videos and thought it was humorous, and I don't get public praise from strangers ever, especially for my artwork, and it just floored me. And I'm conflicted about bringing it up, because once you announce to the world that you like the adulation, then you're setting yourself up for addiction to the limelight, maybe. You're setting yourself up for feeling that you must meet the expectations of the crowd, It's already bad enough that the few people in my life, very close people in my life, I can't stop thinking about what will they think about this piece of music I've done, or this painting I've done, or this drawing I've done, or the latest issue of my magazine I've done. What will they I need to take them into consideration when doing this, and that's not a good way to do your work. What else? I don't know if I mentioned it last time or not. What the hell was that noise just then? Anyway, I've been trying to watercolor drawings that I've done. And I'm getting... I want to really learn how to do this. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. 31 years ago, I got a really nice Grumbacher watercolor set from Michaels. I don't know how prevalent that art store is around the country. Really not. Most of the paint's dried up, but you can still use it. You got to use a screwdriver or something to tear the tubes open and scrape the paint out, but you can still use it. And I've dabbled with this thing over the years. I got another decent one with the dry cake type watercolors. It's still very nice. I can't think of the name of the damn brand. It's so old that it says made in West Germany on it. Anyway, but this time I'm really going for it. The trouble is, in the past, I always would draw the drawing like I normally do, and every single time, no matter how fancy the pen is, the ink bleeds every time. And so lately I've been drawing in pencil, then watercoloring, wait till it dries, and then going over it with pen. And the results have astonished me. Not great, but I think if I work on it, I can get to great. Oh, what else this weekend? Jesus. I almost... The zipper of my bag is rattling. Almost finished a painting. Damn close. I need to double check it tomorrow. Trying to think of any music I've been listening to. As I've mentioned on a previous episode, I really don't like Whitesnake. But John Sykes was a really good guitar player, and I watched this video of Whitesnake live in Rio '85, and there's a 8 or 9 minute video of 8 or 9 minute guitar solo by John Sykes, and he was really good. He's way better than I thought he was. Might not be to everybody's taste, It's not, what do they call that? Shredding? Is that the proper term? But still, it's not in the Frank Zappa, quote, mangle it, strangle it type. I'll tell you, I came up with a term to describe how I play guitar solos. I call my method gobbling, because I use all 4 fingers, and not just the tips, but the inside pads of the fingers, and just throw in every possible key at the same time. If I'm playing a solo. Long time ago, this is back in the late 80s, I read an interview with Ozzy Osbourne, where he said something he didn't understand was that there were thousands of guitar players in the world who were better than Eddie Van Halen, or as good as, but they only played in their bedroom, and they never got out there and played publicly. He didn't understand that. Well, there's a lot of factors. It's like years ago, at the post office, we had these 2 new guys get hired, and I was, believe it or not, socializing with them, and I showed them some of my drawings, and one of them said, What are you doing working here? You could be making a fortune. You could be a professional artist. And you're like, okay, I don't know how ignorant you are, but do you know how many hundreds of thousands of people, just in America alone, are artists and who long to make a living at it? It's flip of a coin. As Lemmy Kilmister said, you can be as good looking as possible, you can be as talented as possible, but if you're not in the right place at the right time, you'll never make it. There are people who make it on merit, and there are people who make it because they suck the right dick. That's just the reality of life, and it's always been that way, and it always will. Oh dear, this guy is right on my ass. I mean, how much faster does he want me to drive? Anyway. Free will is an illusion. Your life unfolds the way it unfolds, given the circumstances that you really have no control over. Okay, I'm stopping at the stop sign, jackass. I have to stop. Now I'm moving on. God, what the fuck is that guy's problem? He's just sitting at the stop sign back there. I thought you were in a hurry. Been listening to Bob Mould lately. Been listening to Belly lately. I brought a Shirley Horn CD with me tonight. Just in a very eclectic mood lately. I can't think of anything else. I had to use space heaters throughout the house over the last couple of days because something went wrong with the circuitry in the heat pump and it won't turn off. So we had to go outside the house and pull the plug manually. Tomorrow, the heat and air guys are supposed to come over and fix it. We'll see if they really fix it, and we'll see if they connive to add extra money onto the bill. Oh, this is actually outside the purview of the contract. God, that guy just drove up. He's fucked up. He just drove off the road. Okay, buddy. I'm turning. Go around me. God damn. Okay, my son seems to be fitting in at his new job. 10-hour days, 4 days a week, doing dishwashing at the hospital cafeteria. It sounds horrible, but it's a better job, more secure, better benefits, cheaper insurance than what he had. If he can get used to it, get the whole thing, under control, I think it's going to work out all right. All right, everybody, I got to call it quits. I've got to go and unlock the building. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.